Yes, the Quran does say that every nation did have a messenger, but there is no confusion as far as books recording the prophets of Japan. So therefore, there was no need to talk about him in the Quran. In the Quran, it was only 25 of the and you yourself talked about it, that there are 123,999 prophets before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That you yourself said that. Okay, so where did all these prophets go? Did they just go to like Arabia? I mean, come on, use your head here. Okay, they were prophets to the entire world. All right. The Quran only mentions about 25 of the prophets that they were either to bring people's memory back to the message that they had. Like in case of the Jews, Prophet Moses alayhi salam was there to bring so when people read about him in the Quran, they know that his message, is actually what the Prophet ﷺ was teaching. And then to correct the errors, like in the case of Jesus ﷺ, where people were believing that he is God, when in fact he's just a prophet of God. So this is the thing. I mean, this is what the Quran talks about. It even talks about, I forget the prophet of Arabia that's not recorded in any of the scripture books, the Quran or I mean not the Quran, but the Bible or any of the other books. But there was another prophet from Arabia. I forget the exact location of that where that prophet is mentioned, but he is mentioned in the Quran. So therefore, I mean, it's not that. I need to know who the prophet of Japan was, or who the prophet of America was, or who the prophet of wherever was. Okay, you yourself quoted that how many of our prophets came to mankind? What is it? 123,999. So they all came to different places of mankind. And if you go, actually, if you really think, if you're willing to really think about it, you go to the various tribes that have never been brought in by different religious groups, and you listen to their teachings. They talk about a unified God, a God that they like. There was a tribe that they talk about. God is basically light. You can't put a description to it. So these, that from the Quran says that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is basically Nur, right? Like a divine light. I mean, so with that, it's enough to prove to me that a messenger had gone to those people, and I'm talking about the Aboriginal people. So therefore, again, there's no question as to. I mean, the Quran does not give an answer to the name of the prophets that you're looking for. I just wanted to bring it back to that. And again, this whole discussion that we're having is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam a prophet of God, and you said that he's a person that delivers the message of God. That was your beginning definition, and we've defined that. So I don't see why we're going around in circles as the other. So, anyways, the mic back to you.
Well, I'm just proving point by point that your prophet cannot be a prophet of God. Didn't you notice everything we are saying, showing us who is your prophet? And you say, this is the funny. You are saying to me, you Christian Prince, you just said there is 123,000 prophet and 999 prophet of Islam. Where are they? I mentioned them because I did read about them, but where are they? Do you know who they are? Muslims don't know. Just you're a prophet, he said that to you, you believe it. I'm just proving to you his lies. Because if you're a prophet said every nation have a prophet of Islam, supposedly the Japanese heard about Allah before. Prove that to me. Is that right, guys? Is that right? If every nation have a prophet from Allah, it doesn't matter if you know the name of the prophet or not. Those people supposedly they've been given a message. Okay, where is the message? What happened? Where? Those people, many around the world, they never heard about Islam until like just a few years ago. Until now, there's a lot of people around the world, they have no idea what Islam is about. And not only that, in India, anybody knows what is the exact number of languages in India? Anybody knows? According to studies, more than 12,000 languages in India alone. And some of them they say more. According to Quran, Allah sent prophets in every language. In every language, Allah, He sent a prophet to speak to them. So, if Allah, He sent a prophet in every language, and Muslims approve that, this means India alone should have tons of thousands of prophets. Same in Africa. Same all over the world. And if we count how many languages, the languages in this earth, we will see there are hundreds of thousands of languages. And when the Quran says, we send a prophet to every nation with their own language, it is mean the Quran saying to us that, you know what? All languages, Allah He sent prophets speaking them. And this is not true, because 123,999 is not enough to cover all the languages around the world. It's true that we knew there is some languages, like they are the major, they are all over the world. But this doesn't mean that this is all the languages. And this is a proof to us again that your prophet, when he say that every nation have a prophet speaking in their own language, and this is the proof for people who they are asking, maybe they are wondering what I'm talking about. This is Surah 14 verse number 4. We sent not a messenger except to teach in the language to his own people. Do you see it, guys? To teach in the language of his own people. So if we go to any tribe in Africa, it means there is a prophet from them who came to them. There's small tribes, even in Amazon. You know the Amazon they have millions of tribes. Many they were not even eating a human being not long time ago. Even until now, some of them still do. They have no idea. Nobody knows who they are, even because they are in the jungles. They are not civil. So those people are included because the Quran is saying to everyone, to every nation, speaking in their own languages. So this is your prophet exaggerating, saying lies, saying Allah He sent to every nation a prophet to speak the language of that nation. And you know what? Before I give you the mic, Mr. Naliakbar, if you look with me about this verse in here, you will see that every prophet he came to teach his own people in his own language. This is mean the Quran is wrong when he say that Muhammad is the messenger of all nations. Why? Because he came to teach his people by his language, not other people. You got my point? Your mic.